just for grace. You know, I love those old hymns. I'm a songwriter, you know. I sang actually one of my original pieces for you in the beginning, and actually all the songs, most of the songs you've heard me sing tonight, this weekend are originals. But there's something special about hymns, and I love doing them because it was the words to some of these old hymns, really. That's what kind of got me back into serving the Lord. I would be in the nightclub, and this was before Christ, BC, you know. And I would be coming home late, you know, some ungodly hour of the morning. And I would hear certain songs like the one I just sang, or songs like, "All to Jesus I surrender," you know, songs like that. "Great is thy faithfulness." And the reason why those songs came to mind for me was because we sang them at church. I was about 5 or 6, and I had discovered that I had a little bit of a voice, and I began to sing at church, and rumor had it that you could hear me above the whole congregation, the organ, the piano. That's what they told me. But you know, my friends, you know, they began to tease me. They began to tell me, you know, just call me names and things like that. You know how kids can do. So I decided, you know, that I would kind of soften it a little bit, turn the volume down. I was not a brave heart. I was only about 5 or 6. But anyway, and I'm from the Caribbean, so you just gotta kind of get the picture. I would, after church, you know, one of the older ladies would come to me and they would say, "Brother Peter, how come I didn't hear you in church today?" And I would say, "I was singing bass." And so I moved on, and I went to college and attended the University of Miami, and I started, I guess there's some hurricanes. But anyway, that's a different subject. But I started, playing in a band and playing down on South Beach, and like I said, the Lord began bringing these songs to mind, songs that I had sang in church. And so I want to just stop here and say to all the parents tonight who are praying for your children, don't give up on your children. The Word of God says that when you raise a child in the way he should go, he will not depart from it. I remember one Friday night, I was talking to my mother. She wanted to know where I was going, and I was never really one to lie, so I just told her that I had a gig that night. Well, for some of you who don't know what that is, that's like a performance. I had a gig that night, and it wasn't at church. And I'll never forget this. My mother just started praying for me right out loud, and she said, "Oh God of heaven, forgive his sin, forgive his sin, forgive the sin that he's about to do right now." And that stuck with me, because it showed me that I had a mother who loved me enough to intercede on my behalf, not just in private, but publicly. So keep praying for your children.